You know what really gets on my nerves? Like, what really gets on my nerves? I guess this is a grind my gears type of video. You know, I'll see a lot of these people on social media, these so and so who does sports, and I'm not talking about like Josh Pate, but I'm talking like Brandon Marcellus or people, random people who are a part of these sports TV shows that will come up with their top 25 or top 10, top 15 of that position, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, as a fan, you're like, well, you know, maybe maybe it's a little right. Maybe it's close to being right. But when I tell you some of these guys are so far off that it becomes, it's almost clickbaitish. Like you're doing it to piss people off because you're not doing it to show insight. You're not doing it to show people that you know college football, let alone that you have any college football knowledge about anything. You're literally telling me that you stopped playing sports in the fourth grade because it was too hot outside or you didn't like running. And this is an example. Okay, right here we have Midseason All-American Team by CBS. CBS and ESPN both take a poll from NFL scouts and people who do draft boards to get a view on who are the best players in college football. Okay? So hear me out. Hear me out. When I saw the top 25 DBs list on two different people, had nothing to do with each other, but they are a part of their own sports shows. Okay, Malachi Starks from Georgia was 25th on one and 23rd on the other. Tell me why these guys think that Malachi Starks, the NFL scouts think Malachi Starks is first on the All-American team as a DB. Like, it'd be different if they had him in the top 5 and you're like, well, so-and-so's good, but I don't know. I can't really choose one. You've got my boy 23rd, 24th, 25th, whatever. But yet the scouts have him at 1. Like, how do you not even try to be close? How do you not even try to have it somewhat similar so people can go, yeah, well, he wasn't too far away from the scouts. He must know college football. No. Your thought is, well, from what, let's look up the stats, guys. Let's look it up. Okay, so right here it says so-and-so has the most deflections. He's got to be number 1. You don't take into account that one team has played, 5 straight pass-happy teams. You don't take into account that, anyways, I'm not even going to get into it. My point to that was there are a lot of guys who deserve more credit than what they're given. And this is every year. We see it whether, and I'm going back to Georgia where Brock Bowers last year should have got tight end of the year, but he didn't. And it's such an up and down thing in college football that, these guys don't get respect. But anyways, wanted to name out the All-American team. This is offense, and I want to see what you guys think. I think it's very, very, I think it's close to being right. You got, for the most part, I don't know some of these guys, but quarterback, you got Michael Penix Jr., running back, Jonathan Brooks from Texas, Audric Esteban from Notre Dame, Luther Burden, wide receiver from Missouri, Malik Neighbors from LSU. Both of those guys have been balling out. Then you got Brock Bowers from Georgia. The center is from Oregon, 3 offensive linemen, or 4 from Notre Dame, Penn State, Kansas State, and Oregon State. Don't really know much about those guys. I'm just going to trust that it is what it is. D-line, you've got UCLA, Latua, and then Colorado State has a D lineman on here, which that's the only questionable one to me is, no, I'm not saying you can't be good if you don't play at Colorado State. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're telling me Colorado State's D lineman is better than every single D lineman on every top 25 team? Really? Really? Okay. Anyways, another D lineman from Louisville. Then you got Dallas Turner from Alabama, a linebacker from Texas A&M, Edrin Cooper. You got a linebacker from Oklahoma, a cornerback from Duke, and a cornerback from Wisconsin. And then, of course, you got Malachi Starks, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Jalen Simpson. All 3 DBs are from the SEC. So, I don't know, it just gets annoying because I guess ever since I've started as trying to be a content creator, which I'm not the greatest, I'm not saying I am, but I see more and more people who do not know anything about sports. They literally just look and go, well, this team's ranked in this, they must be good. Or, hey, this guy has the most stats, he must be good. If that were the case, then none of Georgia's players would be drafted because they don't lead in stats. Trayvon Walker shouldn't have been the number 1 pick. Jordan Davis shouldn't have been a first-round pick. Jalen Carter shouldn't have been a top 10 pick. There's no. If it's all about who leads in stats, then take Georgia's players off the board. But it's not. So same thing goes for Alabama. Same goes for teams that rotate players. But anyways, that's it.